to another stream. Had to hop in here for a little while on some zero build at the moment. We're not playing ranked quite yet, but we'll be hopping into that here soon. Just gonna go ahead and get warmed up here. All right. Making sure all my buttons. I just reconfigured all my buttons here, so everything should be good to go now. Did like a default reset, I guess you could say. Hopefully everyone is enjoying their evening. Looks like we might have a little company here. Got start out with a little AR, shotgun, sentinel, pistol. Okay. Gotta see if we can get ourselves some minis. Hey, welcome to the stream. Hope the night's going well for you. It's our first match hopping in here. Zero build, not ranked, but hey, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Hopefully everyone's having a great night. Oh wow, we don't need all this. Go ahead and use this 50 here. We're not looking like we're gonna find any minis here at the moment. All right, we do not need that. We're gonna get rid of that one. Oh yes, oh yes. All right. Wow. Okay, where are you at? All the way at the surface. See if we can get a shot off. God. All right, we're going in. Probably a bot, to be honest with you guys, but collect everything. We're gonna have to get at and cover here. What do we got here? I mean, I guess we'll take it. Thanks for joining in here, guys, tonight. I do appreciate you guys for coming around, watching the stream here. Ooh. Has anyone been here? Nope. We're gonna try the other. Oop. We break through here. Should. There we go. Ooh, wow. Okay. Don't want to fall, so we're gonna go back in. But we did find this crazy ass outlaw shotgun. Oh, it's all, bro. Come on. Gotta get ourselves another 50 though. All right. All right. Good while we got a chance here. Don't forget, if you guys do enjoy the stream, please consider hitting that follow button. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you do know when I go live again. make does greatly help out the channel. Ooh. See that? We don't really need that though. I'm gonna be honest, guys. We don't need that that laser over there. We're gonna go visit it, but I don't think we're gonna take it. Nah, that they just got lucky with that shot. Ready? Yeah, I'm not really liking this AR here at the moment. It does not have a scope. Oh, there we go. For some reason, it did not want to throw the scope out there for me. Can't wait to test out this shotgun, though. Yes, look at this. Guys, I know we don't need it. But you're never going to use it anyway. And then we're going to take off in this car. You? Alright, let's go. See if we can find ourselves some more. I don't really feel like going over here to any of the insane places here at the moment. Crime City, or we got... Oh, wow. I mean, we'll drive through here, see what we're working with. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I do see some people there. Unless it is bots. Yeah, we're gonna... I need gold. Could stack up on a little bit of gold while we're over here. Maybe there's nuggets. Here we go. If you guys don't mind, I'm gonna grab a couple of these gold nuggets here. Just take a moment. Oops. Go ahead and take care of this gunfire that's over this way as well. I don't know where it is at exactly, but we want some of it. Where you at, girl? Oh god. Sorry guys. I did not mean to do all that. You know we're not gonna chase her down. We're gonna go ahead and take a couple of these goodies. We're gonna drive up there. She's got to be up on top of that mountain. If not, she's... Let's see where she went. God, Slim Shady. All right, I'm not caring for that one too much. I think we're gonna go ahead and pass on those gloves. Yeah, let's go ahead and get out of here. We're gonna reload here, stock up. Oh my god, there's our car. We gotta get a move on here though. Ooh. Okay. Now we got the sticky grenade launcher. That's exactly what we've been missing all along. And where's that gunfire at? It's in all different directions. All right, we're already heading this way now. We gotta go. You know, turning back now. Oh yes. Where you at, bro? All right, we're good. All right, we're gonna head back. We got to get those med kits. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting it was just gonna be a one-shotter. Okay, well that makes sense. A mythic pump shotgun. I've expected that to happen. All right, well, I say we play another one. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm just gonna grab a quick drink. I thought I had one. Be right back with you. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Hopefully, everyone has been enjoying this beautiful day. I believe it was like a high of 74, at least where I'm at. It's been amazing. I've spent a lot of time outside today. I actually went out on my e-bike for the first time this year. So that's perfect. I can't ask for anything more. I mean, obviously, other than going swimming. But that'll come in time very soon. And then, you know, before you know it, it's going to be like 95 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and stop here at the fields. See what we have here. I know they took our chest away. I don't know if you guys have noticed. But our, I think if I'm correct, I think it's a mythic chest. I'm pretty sure that's what the blue ones are called. However, they took it away. It was under our tree. They took it away. But that's okay. We don't need it that bad. And plus, we're gonna go ahead and try to scoop up Jade. Come here, Jade. Yeah. We got her. Hook me up, Jade. Hook me up with those splashes. Throw this down here now. I'm not too worried about the thermal. Or not, I guess it's kind of like a thermal. There we go. Thanks, Jade. Jade's like the best one in the game, only because she gives you a whole bunch of shields. All the time shielding you up. Yeah, bro's aim was so bad that I thought he was in front of me. I'm just saying. That's something that he should probably work on a little bit. Need something in here. I think it's been it's almost been picked clean. A little bit of ammo. Ooh, here we go. Favorite ammo crates right there. What's up? Hi. Alright, let's keep moving. We're gonna take the underground passage. Yeah, we'll get on out this way. Watch our back as we're coming out, though. Some people like to wait. Yep. You sure that was a bot? Oh, but I don't care. I'm gonna take this. Precision. Yeah, like I said, this is picked clean. Gonna take this bike, I guess. Hey, Jade, can you get on here? Is that a thing? Oh. Alright. Oh, me and Jade's out of here. Okay, so gunfire, let's go get it. Bro. Come back around. Try me again. Nah, bro. Didn't think so. He knows he didn't want to try me twice. My aim has been on point tonight, guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Oh. Where you at, girl? There we go. I ain't worried about your stuff. You can keep it. I just wanted to use it, guys. Just for the purpose of nobody else is going to. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy. I'm that kind of guy. Oh my god. Green Boom. Receive extra gold bars from containers and eliminations. I can work with that. Amber got our baby. Oh, I got a bat. Wait till the next chance I get somebody on a ledge. Home run derby. Bro, hook me up. Thanks, Jade. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, let's go find some other fun. I'm not too much of a fan of these bikes here, but it'll do until I find us a car. Oh, here we go. There's our car. Anything in here for us? Nope. Alright. Come on, Jade. Oh, yes. We are just getting the gold mine today. Alright. Oh God. Rolling over. That gunfire. I see him. I see him. Straight ahead, guys. God. Thanks for that twin fire. I need to reload when I can just take this one. I got this bat too. I think it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna have to try it out. All right, where's our next one? We're gonna use a bat. You know we're not gonna leave our car. Come on. But we are going after them. Hold on. Come here, Jade. Hook me up. Thank you. Alright, hold on. Make sure we're all reloaded up here. Alright. Here we go. Alright, we're gonna go and switch ourselves out for, I guess, for that Jeep. It's gonna be our best bet when we go to have to climb up mountains here soon. Might as well go ahead and take advantage of it now and go ahead and take it. Alright, let's go. Alright, here we go. Gunfire. I know it doesn't have the best boost, guys, but it is, yes! Ooh, nobody wants that. Look what we got, guys. Took it all. And I'm taking your car, bro. And I'm taking your car. Go ahead and chill out here for just a second. Alright. Just to prove a point. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, come on, train. Oh, no. Guess we're not gonna be able to make it around here, guys. Oh. Anyone else in here? If you guys are enjoying the stream, please consider hitting that follow button. I do appreciate you guys for sticking around here to watch. Ooh. We're gonna get this gold llama. Guys, I don't know. I'm just kind of joyriding here for the moment, trying to actually find our opponents. I think we're gonna have a little bit more fun on this motorcycle. Honestly, it's just gonna be a little bit more of a challenge for us. I mean, we got that, but what is that? Is that a car? Or no, it's a boat. Okay. As it is dead. Ooh. Okay. All right, that was a little funky. All right, let's go up top. Go up top. Part of my French there. All right, well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and take this guy's car back because we don't have any. I mean, we have a Jeep up there, but not here in front of us. All right. Ooh, you guys see that? You know we got to do it. You know we got to do it. Got to take the gold llamas. How many gold llamas can we find in one match? Oh, and we hooked ourselves up with a token. All right. Let's roll. Guys, we got 2 tokens this match. Nah, bro. Are you trying to cheat, sitting up on the roof? Come on. You know we're not doing that. You know we're not doing that, bro. I do want this though. Oh, there, oh, there it is. All right. All right, let's keep moving. Ooh. Yeah. I'll definitely take that. Ah! Hold on. Make sure we're on something good. All right. Okay. All right, we seem to make it out of that one. That was crazy. Oh. Little off-road action here. Oh. Oh, where's this at? Woo! All right, let's go. We gotta win this. Oof. Oh, monster truck style. Here we go, here we go. Yes! Yes! Blew him up! Blew him up! Oh, let's go get him! Oh, you want some too? Ah! All I did was run him over. All I did was run him over. Okay. Guys, I'm going to get our Jeep. We need it. We need our Jeep. Oh my god! This is a bad mistake, guys. All right, we gotta go. Oh my god, we gotta go. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Come here, Wendy. Oh, bro. Okay. That was a very good match still. That was a very good match. Okay. All right. I can work with that. All right, I think we're going to go back to the lobby on that one. Yeah. I'm going to take just a quick 2 minute, not even 2 minute break. Just use restroom really quick. and to grab another drink. This one is gone. But I think when I get back, I think we're gonna go ahead and hop into some ranked. I think it's about that time. All right. Just one moment here, guys. Get us on the screen. What do we got here? A new. Okay. We unlocked a couple of things. Outlaws, whip knives. That's kind of cool. See here. I also think. Good. I think we should gonna go ahead and swap up our guy as well. There we go. All right, give me one moment here, guys. I will be right back with you. I will not be long. Just a quick restroom break. Right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. All right, let's go ahead and hop into some ranked. Gold 3. See if we can get ourselves to platinum tonight. This guy we got here. He is, I don't know, he's just so different. Like, everything about him is just one side is just the complete opposite. He's got a tomato head on one side, a stuffed animal on the other. Like, I mean, come on, just look at it. It's crazy. I love it though. Just love us. Really like some of the skins that they do on here. Some of them have really good detail. Like, One of my favorite ones to use here is Vengeance Jones. All right, finally let us in. It's our first ranked 0 build today. Gotta get that backward slide going on too. Look at this guy. Oh, they're gonna block that out of my stream. I didn't realize that was on my emotes. All right, next one we're gonna swap out our character because our emotes on that one is just a little bit too much. They're really picky on what you can and what you can't have. Obviously, people want to get paid for their music, but we're kind of promoting it, if that makes any sense. Come on, let's get in here. Ew. Striker burst. No. How do you guys feel about the striker burst? See what I think about it? Right there. Oh god, we didn't need two of them. I didn't mean to buy two. Oh well. Hook me up, Jade. We're going to go ahead and take both of these for now. We don't really need the porta cover, but we're gonna just hang on to it. I guess it does help. You never know. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Ooh, shotguns? Any shotguns? Yep, just a little assault rifle. Finish me off. Alright, let's go. We got somebody over here. Where are they at? Oh, here we go. There we go. At least we got aim on this one. We got a scope. This one, see what I'm talking about? Too much. Yeah, bro, where you shooting me from? Ah! Oh, okay. Alright. God! Bandage up here real quick. Hey, get back here, girl. Hey, over here. Oh, okay. We were going for it. Could have just stuck behind our bunker. But just so happens, I guess they had a better weapon. I don't know exactly what they had. That's a chair. All right. Plus 15 to eliminations. We're moving on up. I'm not going to complain about that at all. Gotta have tokens, bro. I mean, obviously not those. Damn, how many you need? 650 pots? That's the guy in the tree. Gonna have to set up a new background, a new screensaver, I guess you could say, here soon. I just put this one on here not that long ago, but it's kind of getting a little stale already. Oh, I should have swapped him. What do we got here? We got me's. Next match, we'll head back to the lobby and we're gonna go ahead and swap out our character. Just because it's gonna be a little bit easier than trying to change all the emotes and everything on it. Yeah, I already have one kind of preset, my Spider-Man. I mean, I guess I could change him, you know, his character in general, but it's gonna make it a lot easier just to go with it. Hopefully that's cool with you guys. I mean, if you do guys have any specific skin you guys would like me to use, I don't know if I have it. I can't guarantee that I do have it, but if I do, I will. I'll make some exceptions. Maybe we can do some. I'm trying to set up a couple of things here soon. Once I do get more followers and a bigger, you know, kind of a bigger audience, I'm thinking about doing some different kind of things you would do like on the weekends, like some kind of special activities, some kind of special streams and whatnot. Kind of make it a little bit fun, a little bit more fun than just kind of a basic stream. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, please consider hitting that follow button. Does let me know. Oh, okay. That's a bush hunter right there. Oh, no, no, no. We're going back to the lobby. Going back to the lobby. I just remembered that. I think we might even hop into some reload. Hmm. These are all for Lego. All right, let's do our loadouts. Gonna take our Spider-Man back. Why not? And we are going to hop into some Reload Zero build. Ranked, yes. We definitely want to invest some of that time in our ranked. What I need to start doing is spending a little more time on my quest. I do not do a lot of the quests. I should. I'm not sure if you guys are interested in that. If you guys would like to see me do more of the quest, I can start doing that more often. You know, kind of go through the quest, at least our daily quest, with you guys. If you guys would like to see that, drop that down in the chat. Just let me know. You know, you guys can even just say yes or no. I'm open to that as well. You don't have to have full conversations. but it does let me know. It does help me out. Let me know what you guys do like and what you guys don't like. It also does let me know if you guys do like it by hitting that follow button and that notification bell. So there are a couple different ways you guys can let me know. Right, we're about to get into it. Right. Where shall we hop in? Cut ahead. Right over here in this area. Maybe. Actually, yeah, we're gonna head over there. There's nothing for us over here at the moment. Yeah, there's nothing. Maybe a chest on top of that mountain. But our best options are gonna be right here. Ah! Here we go, here we go. Alright, we're kind of good here at the moment. We're gonna take these bandages because I have not found any med kits yet. I don't want to be out there doing our thing and need one. Alright, let's go. This is where it's happening. We don't have any shields yet, but we're gonna go get some. Might be some up here on this bench. God, sorry guys, the aim with these are not very good. Oh, okay. You guys seen that? It wasn't just me. Guy in the tree. I think that's the worst thing that... That's one of the worst ways you could die on here. By somebody that shot you out of a tree. Ooh, yes. Alright, let's roll. Yes, we're taking it. Alright, watch our back, watch our back. Go ahead and grab up our second guzzle juice. Because we're going to try to play it a little bit smarter this game. Bro. Alright, you gonna come back and get me? Whew. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Go and use all three of these. I still got over half. Oh my goodness. Look, how many can we hold? Only two? All right, that's it. We don't need any more than that. Let's go. We got business to take care of. Go. Stamina's a real issue. God. That thing is nasty, bro. Ew. Hey, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a great night. Thanks for joining in. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Thank you. God. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. That's cool. Hey, I'm gonna say we're still top right now. I don't even care. No reboots. No need. Oh my God, go. Oh, yes. Yes, baby. God, no. Oh, bro, got me. Oh. Guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play one more match for this evening. I do appreciate you guys sticking around so far. 7 eliminations. Okay. Hey, thanks for joining in on the stream overnight. Pete. Thank you very much for joining in. Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. We're just hopping into another match here. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. Shouldn't be long getting in here. It wasn't too long our last match, so. How's everyone doing tonight? It was a beautiful day outside. It was about 74 degrees here where I'm at. I'm not sure if you guys are having the same kind of temperature right now, but it is awesome weather. I actually got outside, was riding my e-bike, I was walking the dogs. Like it was a really good time. I'm hoping for more of this weather tomorrow and the rest of the week, and actually this weekend coming up. I'm hoping to get out there and some more, be able to do some more stuff. It's just fun being outside. I mean, it is fun being in here playing the game, you know, being in here with you guys, enjoying all this time playing the game, but it is fun being outside as well. Yeah. Hey, it's you. Hot dog. I have a hot dog skin as well. You guys haven't noticed they did that update, but the hot dog skin, it actually has a hot as a chain on his chest now. So it's not just like some plain hot dog now. It actually has like a chain, a gold chain that says hot. So I thought that was pretty cool. And if you already own the hot dog, they go ahead and add that on in with you, no extra charge. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's one good thing about Fortnite. Like, say you own a skin already, they go ahead, like any kind of new updates that comes out like that, they go ahead and add it on in. So, oh god, that was a bad idea. That was not intended. Hopefully that doesn't cost us. Come on, come on, come on. See what we got up here. God, no, 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 no. Okay. I mean, you got to get it in it to win it. So, hey, I'm not scared to hop on into the game. I don't know about you guys. How you guys more of a like a sneaky type, like to kind of stick in the back, the kind of outskirts, or are you guys more of a kind of straight into it? Is somebody shooting at me already? I mean, I don't know how many shotguns I need, but I'm gonna go ahead and take them all for the moment. All right, let's go ahead and loosen this up. We're gonna go ahead and take our light machine gun. Watch our back here. We're gonna take our heavy. Oh, actually, we're gonna take the infiltrator. We're gonna drop off these two or these three, and take this 50. And finish ourselves off here. We don't need all those shotguns, guys. There's no need for it. We don't want that. I mean, I guess we'll take the burst SMG. I guess if it's 100% if we have to. God! Give me that. Nah, bro. Nope. Nope. Cut it out with that. Cut it out. Alright, we're coming back in for it. We're gonna see what we can do. Up. Ah! I don't like this gun, but it's something. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. You just hooked me up. We do need another 50 though. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get it. Yeah. Go. Go, go, go in. What's this? Light machine gun. Yes. Oh my god. We're going through the wall, guys. We need this 50. Finish our softs off here, and then we gotta head on out of here because the storm is on its way. I see him. Top of the mountain here. Oh my god, guys. I'm sorry, my aim is not the best right now. Oh my god. Nah, bro. Nah. No. No. I'm just not seeing it. All right. Well, what are we working with here? Are we gonna move on up? There we go. Gold 3. Plus 24%. Okay. All right. See here. Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna play. I think I'm gonna play one more match. I'll give you guys one more match tonight. If you guys do appreciate that, please consider hitting that follow button. It really does help out the channel. Let's go ahead and hop into one more. I'll give you guys one more of them. I do appreciate you guys sticking around. Oh, somebody lost their crown. Oh my. I thought my aim was bad. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I really do need to work on my aim, which I plan on doing. However, some people it's just crazy. I watched it. Some of the people that kill me, so I'm wondering. I'm like, is it me or is it like, am I just having a bad day? I mean, oh, my dog's all laid out on the floor down here below me, all spread out, sleeping. He's so precious. Little tea before we get going here. Don't ask me how I'm drinking it through my mask, but I am. It's one of those mesh kind of masks, you know. You don't have to worry about it. All right. Where shall we go? We're gonna head over here to this campsite, guys. And then I think right on down here to this little grocery store. Maybe over here to the shed. Let's see. Yes, light machine gun, light machine gun. Badass shotgun. We don't want that striker burst. We're gonna take the other light machine gun as well. For the moment. Take all this heavy ammo and the small. Trying to find us a couple of minis. Oh, here we go. This is a starter. I don't venture out too far yet. Okay, let's go. This is good enough for me. Plus, we got ourselves a vending machine here. Ooh. Guys, is the heavy shotgun or the oh my gosh, what can I even think of it? The heavy shotgun or the infiltrator. Is that one, which one's better? Oh, guys. Oh my god. It's the fish. The goldfish. You guys are witnessing it here. We're gonna use it. Alright, guys. You guys ready for this? Alright, here we go. We're gonna go use this goldfish. Oh, we got a goldfish. Oh my gosh, we got a goldfish, guys. We got the fish. Oh my god, they took my goldfish. Oh my god, they took my goldfish. Oh my gosh. No. I am not messing around with these people today. All right. Okay. Okay. That's how I just need another DMR. Ah, no. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there. I do appreciate you guys for sticking around during the stream. But that's gonna be it for tonight. I will be on tomorrow evening. So if you guys want to join me then, please hit that follow button. Please hit that notification bell. That way you do know when I do go live. Yeah, and if you guys do enjoy that as well, please consider joining my YouTube channel. That's under Joey Long, the Joey Longlegs, as well. It's the same username as my Fortnite and as my Twitch. So if you guys would like to check that out, please also consider hitting that subscribe button on there. Really does help out the channel. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Peace out, guys.